Hey guys, Chad, CK Outdoors. Thanks for stopping over. Video today, not knives. It's this jacket. I bought this jacket, I bought three actually. I bought first one in October, first part of October, and I bought a large. And I'm always in between medium and large. And I got large, and it was a little small. But I liked it. It was pretty impressive. I put it on, sleeves were a little short, but I put it on, looked at it, says I'm going to keep it for the wife. And so I bought an extra large in the same color. And this is an olive drab type color, a green. A mix between an olive drab and like maybe a sage. But the reason why I wanted to do the video is after seeing the first jacket and being initially fairly impressed for something that cost me 40 bucks, I went and got the second jacket, and this was about $50. And then I bought a Marine buddy of mine, the same jacket, but from a different company, but it was gray. They didn't have this. And when we got the gray one in, I was stoked. I'm not much in black and grays, even though I wear a lot of darker colors sometimes, but the black jacket was really nice. It wasn't like a dark gray. It was kind of a smoky gray in a way, but if that even makes sense. But the reason why I wanted to share this video to you is you know, I like to share stuff I'm kind of impressed with. Like I did for my Badlands backpack. I still have it. Haven't touched anybody else's pack. I carry it all the time. Was this jacket. Now this jacket is called a shark skin. It's like a waterproof shell, exterior shell. It's got like a pillowy fleece liner on the inside here. See, it's kind of a soft liner here. Not very thick jacket, but it's pretty warm because, again, it's a raincoat. But there's no specific name brand. There's granted, or made in China. Okay, I'll have to put that out there. You know, nowadays it's really hard to set up your shop or even set your own personal, you know, whatever you carry and what you wear on your body that isn't made other places other than America. But that's a different topic, a different time. But anyhow, I thought I'd share the jacket with you. So it's called a shark skin. The couple of companies I bought mine from were on Amazon. So I'm not going to recommend one specific company or a brand or anything. I'm just going to say this jacket's out there. I've seen it range from $39.99, which I bought the first one, $49.99, which I've bought the last two, and I've seen them go up to $89.99. But the kicker is, it's the same jacket. They're all coming from China, from the same place. There's just different companies selling it. So the company that labeled this jacket, there's a little tag on the inside to show you, but this is their thing here. So it's called Rebo, and it says follow us on Facebook. I didn't follow them on Facebook, so, but that's, you know, that's their thing. That's their little card. And this is what it also comes with. This little kind of like, looks like a tactical Tina fella over there with the XL over the top. So, but that's it. That and this little tiny patch here. It looks like a badger's foot or something like that. That just comes right off. So I put it on there simply for the video. But I thought I'd show you the jacket because I wanted to show you some of the cool things that entails. And as a matter of fact, I think I even, well, we'll start with the zippers first, or start with the jacket and the pockets. So the jacket, again, it's a shell material. It's waterproof, and it has these patches both on right and left sleeve, and they're for morale patches or anything else. And each right and left sleeve also has the zippers. So you get a zipper on each side here. And what's really nice about these zippers, and it happens to all of them except for two, and it's this right here, how it tucks in. It's a little rain flap that goes over the top. I thought that was pretty cool. And the zippers all are this, they self-seal. So you don't have to get water penetration in it. I'm gonna resist from saying waterproof. I have not had any water go through the jacket and through the zippers as of yet, and I've been caught in some pretty heavy rains in this winter period. Right now we're just suffering with a lot of cold, but I wanted to show you this. So it's attention to detail. So again, you'll see how everything's stitched. Okay, you got a double stitch around here. Really nice. This is the pocket area right in here, and it's pretty darn roomy. I mean, it goes all the way up to my shoulder, all the way down and around to here. And I thought it was really cool. So I like the zipper aspect of that. And these pulls were pretty neat too. You check these pulls out. So it's kind of cool. You know, it says free soldier on the zipper pulls. Whatever it means. But anyhow, it's kind of ironic if it was made in China that it says free soldier. But anyhow, so again, you got that. Same thing here. You got chest zippers. And these chest zippers are pretty big. They're pretty long. They're deep. That's what the light green is on the inside. It's the actual pocket. So they're pretty deep though. They're a nice size pocket. Now the bad thing is there's no inside pocket. That's the kicker. I'm used to inside pockets, but I'll tell you the reason why in a moment, why I wasn't hurt too badly by it once I learned this next thing out. But again, here's the zipper pull, so it covers that. So again, you got the shoulders, and you have the chest. Again, the same type of zipper, almost like a self-sealing, waterproof, water-resistant. And then you have one right here on the shoulder, on the forearm. And it's still pretty big too, you know, there's a lot of room inside there. And again, it has that little flap. So I thought that was really neat. Again, it's the neat ideas. Okay, the cuffs, you see here, it's a Velcro, but it's a rubbery type male end. And it's a very positive feel, very positive grip to it. I mean, you get that on there, it's holding on tight, you know, it works really well. And I'm really pleased with the build and the feel of it. Not that many Irish pennants. You in the military would know that, you know, as we used to say in the Marine Corps, you see all the guy's name out, you know, off rappel and stuff like that. But so anyhow, so there's the 5 pockets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Now this one back here, if you're going to see this, I'll lower the camera a little bit for you guys. So you see this actually, it's a zipper on both sides, and it goes in. And it's covered by this rain flap that's right there, which is pretty neat. So it has the same type of zipper when it comes to the pull, and that's pretty nice. You know, it's not well, it is actually. It's the waterproof, water-resistant type zipper, but it's covered by that rain flap. But the pocket goes through. It goes from here over. So, you know, you zip it open. You know, you can reach in. There's my hand. See, there it is. So it goes through. So if you got jackets or, you know, stocking cap or something like that, you could even put maybe a small scarf inside there or something that you don't mind sitting back on. If you're sitting back, then it wouldn't bother you too much. The other thing is too is, I don't know if the video is going to show it really well, there's a taper right across here. So the back of this jacket hangs down more than the front does. And I'll zip it up for you. And what's nice about that is it helps keep it lower at your backside, so when you're leaning over and doing things, it's not riding up on you. You know, you got a little bit more coverage, which is really good. Plus, yeah, you can see that angle right there. Plus, if it's raining a lot, you're going to get more of that water off. Even if you're moving around like this, the water is going to drip off of you, which is pretty nice. It has these little pulls on the bottom. You got one right here. You got a little pull right here, and then a little pull right here. And it's to tighten up. It's to cinch this bottom. I don't do that. And I'll give you a reason why in a moment when we go to some of the other design ideas of this jacket. But I don't really draw that tight. If it was a waistcoat, then I would. But being that it's this length, I don't really need to do that. I like it if it just sheds down. And I like the room. I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, and then I'm wearing a sweater underneath this, and I've got plenty of room. So if you want to use this as a layering coat like I do, it'll work great. I have a Gary or Jerry, G-E-R-Y. It's a packable. It's filled with a down, fiber and down mix, and it folds up into a little bag, but it's a backpacker's jacket, so it's really lightweight, but it's super warm, and I love the jacket. And I wear that and this time of season. But what's nice is I can take that jacket, because it's so thin and lightweight, I wear it under this as a layer, and I'm toasty warm. Other than now needing gloves and a hat, I'm usually good to go with the temperatures we get around here in the Pacific Northwest. It's phenomenal. So I really got to give it kudos for if you can do something like that. So we covered this, covered the zippers, covered that. One of the other things I want to cover too is the actual pull of the zipper. Now this, again, it's got this type of zipper here. It looks like it's a waterproof, water resistant. So it keeps the water from pouring into the teeth as they close. But I'm not going to adjust the camera because I want to show you this. A lot of my coats, pretty much I think every one of them, when I zip up and down, I usually hold the little zipper pull in my right hand, and in my left hand, I take the little thingy, you know, the little finger that pulls into the zipper pull. If you guys got a name for it, let me know in the comments below. So you take in your left hand, and you're holding the pull in the right, and then you push it into the pull, and then you pull up with your right hand. So you're doing this, and you're zipping up. You'd be doing this kind of thing. I think most jackets are like that. I know my wife has some of those jackets where they hold the zipper pull in the left hand and the little thingy in the right. I figured it was always man-woman type thing. But this jacket actually is set up like my wife's jacket, some of hers, where when you're pulling this down, okay, the thingy, and this is the thingy. Let's get a picture of it. There's the thingy. This is the technical term. That's the thingy. The zipper pull. It's in the opposite hands. Where the zipper pull is usually my right hand, this one's in my left. Now, that kind of irked me at first because every jacket I have is zipper pull in right and the thingy in my left. Let me play with this a little bit here. So that's the part that got me. I was like, oh, that's kind of annoying. But then I got to thinking about something. There's a reason behind that, whether intentionally or not. I'm going to make lemonade out of lemons. I like the idea because this is really my go-to jacket for stuff what I wear pretty much all year round, except if it's really hot. And that is the idea. I carry conceal quite a bit. So having been in various types of life that led me to get firearms training or having to carry a firearm, I've come to carry conceal a lot. So with that being said, I'm a right-handed person, like most people are, at least in America, from what I can understand and from my experiences. What's nice about that is when I'm pulling this jacket open, if I do close it, I normally leave my jacket open, but if I do close it and I got to address a threat or I have to get to my weapon faster, it's this. I'm pulling my jacket down, I zip it, and I'm doing this kind of thing. Well, I can push the kids to the side or the wife or whoever it is, but it frees up my hand. I'm not doing anything with this hand other than reaching over to grab that jacket. I'm unzipping. And what was really nice after practicing a little bit, it actually was very fluid, and I really, really like the idea of having a left-sided zipper pull. And I play with this every now and then. I'm trying to get it sorted out just right, but it doesn't normally act like this for some reason, but it's got two zippers down here. Let me show you this. This is the one thing that I guess it's a pet peeve. I never get jackets that have these two because when you try to zip stuff, sometimes these things, this one moves a little bit, and it moves just like that, and then you can't pull this part up. So when I fuss with it, that's what's happening, guys. I'm not used to the double zipper thing. It's not something that I really like. So, but anyhow, so yeah, so that was pretty nice. Is having that pull to be able to zip down, and you're already addressing. And normally you're zipping down, and when you zip down, now you're pulling your coat. So you see you're going like this, and then you're moving the coat away. Where in this action, I'm pulling this all down, and I'm using my hand to pull it away, so it's not being busied by the zipper. I don't know. If it makes sense to you, great. If you're not following me at all, I'm sorry. And if you think I'm nuts because you do carry and you're like, Chad, that's ridiculous. Well, hey, I'm just saying, that's what I like. So anyhow, I won't zip that up because here's the next thing I want to show you guys. And I'm going to pull the camera back up here. The next thing I want to show you guys is the, get this all sorted out here now. We're getting crooked. The next thing I'm going to show you is something really neat that I didn't notice until later on. Is inside the pocket, there's this little square. And it's cut right there, right? It's a hole. And it comes out through here. They got one over here too. You see it? And they got them in the shoulder pockets right there. There's one there, and then there's another one here. And it's a hole. The hole comes out in your sleeve. Well, some of you might be thinking, hey, I know what that is. Well, I didn't know what it was for at first because I didn't even notice it. And when I bought the jacket, it wasn't advertised. That stuff wasn't advertised when I saw everything. Maybe they changed it, or maybe it was just that particular company. But it's for this. You got your iPhone or whatever else, or you're listening to your MP3 or whatever, or maybe you got some type of comms, and you don't want people to see the wires and such. You take your male piece here, stick it through that hole inside the jacket, and it comes out into the pocket. So now I can run my iPad or my iPod or my iPhone, or I can run an MP3 player or something like that, and the wire stays out of the way. Especially if you're doing your hood and you're zipped up. So if it's raining and you're doing stuff, whatever it might be you're out doing, or if you're trying to stay a little bit on a low profile, now you don't have wires hanging out all around you getting in the way. They're all inside. They're all internalized, which I thought was a pretty cool idea. I can't say I've normally listened to headphones when I'm walking around. I actually teach and promote not to do that because now you're being distracted. You're not aware of your surroundings. But if you're out and about, if you're camping with family or something like that, maybe, and you're a little bit more of a relaxed atmosphere, you want to hear this, or maybe you're in an area like your own home and you're working outside. This would be a perfect jacket for it, and you want to listen to headphones. I don't know. I don't normally do it, but I wanted to show you guys because I thought it was a really neat, innovative idea. I've never seen in a jacket before. Maybe it's just me and I lead a sheltered life. I don't know, but I thought it was pretty cool. So anyhow, so that was one of the neat little caveats there was the idea of being able to do that with this jacket. The other thing, and one of the last things I want to show you is, well, there's two things. One is some of you guys might be familiar with hiking and backpacking and doing stuff outside, and when you layer up at one period of time during the day, and as you're doing stuff you get warm and you get worked up, so you want to vent. You can open the coat up, or if it's still raining out and it's warm and you got the hood on, you're like, well, God, if I take it off then I'm going to get soaked. I want to stay dry, but I want to stay cool. Well, they give you the zipper pulls. It's the same kind of zipper pull and the same type of sealing zippers, and it has the little cover, but it's for your armpit, so it zips down all the way and it goes in here. Now the bad thing about it is, and I've had jackets that did this before, this one does not have mesh. Normally they got a mesh liner back here, but they didn't put the mesh in here, so they scrimped on that one. They came up with these other neat little ideas, but they scrimped on the whole mesh zipper thing there. So, but it's not that hard to zip shut. You could still do this. So they got an in each arm. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, you can open it up and you can vent and you can air. The jacket's got enough bagginess and overhang to it that you're not going to get water going up in yours. Now, you know, I'm not going to do that if I'm in a torrential downpour like we get here once in a blue moon. But if you're warm and you got to vent out a little bit, you're doing things, then I don't think you're going to have too much of an issue. The other thing is this hood. This hood is super. I love it. This is by far one of my favorite hoods. I've got a hat on, and you're going to see how they sewed this with the stitching coming around. And how much it's gusseted. It's so big that you got this hood on and it stays stiff and it stays off the bill of your hat, and you're looking around, and it's great. Now, I don't wear hoods too often because when you wear hoods, you block out stuff behind you for sound-wise. But it's like a radar system. This thing is open so big. You know, I feel like you're Obi-Wan Kenobi or something with the hood. But it's a really nice wide hood, so you're getting plenty of airflow. Okay, and you can still hear a lot. You don't have a small hood that's rubbing against your ears all the time that gets annoying. So this was a really cool thing. And this jacket will zip up super tight. And it does this. So again, you got a big face. You got a big face here, so it works really good for that. And again, with the hood, this little rain flap that comes down here. The other thing is too is now you'll notice you got these zipper the pulls for the hood. So as I pull it, they have these little cord toggles right here, whatever they call those. So got these little toggles, and you pull it down. You can draw this hood down super tight around your face. So you can get it snug right around you like that, okay? Well, what's nice about that is you got these little, you know, normally the strings just hang down. They got these little holes that come in here. And no, I don't know if you're going to get water seepage in it. I haven't tested that. I haven't had any water in it, but I haven't buttoned up my hood this tight. But these pulls, actually, they go on the inside of the hood, inside of the jacket. So then it's like this. So you're like this. You're buttoned up like this. You're doing good. I'm all tucked in here nice. They go inside those little holes, those little grommets that are right there, and it's got you really good. So, looks pretty nice. Now you'll notice those little squares back here. I'll show you those in a second how that works. That's to roll the hood up, so you can just do a collar if you don't want to leave the hood floating around like that. So, but yeah, so there's the pulls. They come right through here, so they keep it out of your way. They're not flapping around on the outside to get caught up on something. So, it's kind of nice. I like that idea. So again, we'll go back to the these pulls here. Let me loosen this up and go back to this hood and get this hood wrapped up here. So take the jacket off, and you notice that there's, of course, you see these little squares back here. So what you do is you actually roll the jacket up, and this flap back here will help you seal up this jacket. So you undo the flap, pull the flap down. Take your coat. Now, granted, I don't see there's a wrong way of rolling this, a wrong or a right way, but you roll this up like that. The flap goes over it, so the flap's going over the top of the coat, and then the male-female Velcro ends connect, and now you get yourself a jacket with a collar. So, could you roll it back the other way? I don't know, because I didn't really care about rolling the hood up either way. I'm just showing you guys because it's an option out there, so I don't mind the hood hanging out, but there you got it right there. And it reminds me a little bit about the old field jackets, the old Army field jackets and stuff like that. They had that kind of look to it where when they got buttoned up, they had a little bit of an aesthetic, I guess. So, but yeah, so there's the coat. There's the coat. It winds up really good. I think you guys would be pretty happy with. And again, for something under $50, You know, $150 with shipping. I think if you're Amazon, I don't even think I paid shipping, but it's like 150 bucks for 3 coats like this. You can't go wrong. I mean, some of these jackets will go for 150, 200 bucks. But this is my like couple of month in review. You know, I bought these in October. I've wore them a lot since then with all the rain and layered up with the cold weather. So I thought after a couple of months I'll give you an initial review on it and how they're holding up and what, you know, the pros and cons to it all. But other than that, hey, hopefully you got something out of this video. If I can find something on Amazon or otherwise, I'll put it down in the link, the description of what this is all about. Otherwise, just jump on Amazon, jump on a couple other companies out there, look up, you know, Google or Bing, DuckDuckGo if you got that. Just, you know, shark skin shell, I think they were called. So, but that's it, guys. So everybody else, have a good one. Thanks for stopping over here and watching the video, supporting the channel, and we'll talk to you later on. Bye.